りがとうございます。1年生、ノー君と一緒にルービックスキューブをした。2年生、ヨーヨーが好きだった。たくさんトリックを習った。3年生、カードはなかなか面白い。魔法は空に宿りました。4年生、日本語はすげえ出した。ずっと勉強した。So, I imagine about 80% of the crowd just rolled their eyes, or groaned, or cringed, at least secretly. Don't worry, you're not alone there. For the past 4 years, I've been making my classmates roll their eyes, groan, and cringe too. But honestly, that's okay. Japanese, card tricks, yo-yos, Rubik's Cubes, those have been my passions. Things that I enjoy doing, things that keep me inspired. Whether or not others take enjoyment from me constantly doing them, well, that's less important. I believe that having things to be passionate about is a crucial part of being able to live a fulfilling life. And I think that many in my class would agree. Take Catherine Dinkelman, for example, an amazingly skilled artist. I can only imagine the feeling of gratification she must get from finishing another masterpiece. You've all seen it too. Her passion for art has literally been on display for the Academy community many, many times. There's also passion in other visual art forms. Just watch Anna and Elena dance. Do you want to hear passion? Listen to Antonia sing. And let's take a moment to think about my good friend Reese Williams. This guy is without a doubt the most passionate dude I have ever met. I bet if I asked him right now what year Nirvana's debut album came out in, he would be able to tell me.
1989.
See? He finds things that he loves, and he knows everything about them, and it's awesome. So if there's anything I want you to remember about passion, it's that your passion is yours. Forget the critics, forget the haters, forget the eye rolls, the groans, and the cringes. Passion is about what makes you tick. Sometimes though, passion isn't enough. Sometimes there are obstacles and roadblocks in the way. When I wanted to start learning Japanese, I was actually originally told no. And this is where persistence kicks in. To me, persistence is the ability to make things happen. Persistence is the ability to clear the roadblocks, to get access to the things you want to do. I studied Japanese independently over the summer, and using the learning I had already done to convince Dr. Calvert to allow me to start studying independently at school for my senior year. I feel that with persistence, Anna Wetzel and I are kindred spirits. Anna knows how to get things done. She does what's necessary to be able to explore her passions. And over the past 4 years, she's stepped up in a big way many times for our class projects, because helping out her friends is just one of those things that she loves to do. Cosette is also persistent. What an obstacle it must be to not only change schools, but to move halfway across the country halfway through high school to do so. And she didn't let that stop her. She's achieved a full 4 years of success. The last person I want to talk about who is persistent is Logan Tharp. The first memory I have of Logan Tharp is him quitting baseball. Now that might not sound very persistent, but hang on a second. He quit baseball so he could improve his golfing skills, because he really wanted to make the varsity team. And what ended up happening? Well, Logan Tharp has 5 varsity letters in golf. He made the team his 8th grade year. As an accomplished sportsman with a slew of varsity letters, Logan actually very well embodies the next trait I want to talk about too. Practice. Practice, practice, practice. Practice is what makes or breaks you. You find out if you truly love something, or if it's really not your thing. Mr. Nicholas' cross-country practices are probably the most difficult physical routines I have ever been through in my life, and they broke me. But do you know who they didn't break? Nathaniel Berzer, Taylor Doty, Megan Poole, and especially those running fanatics, Noah and Andrea. But cross-practice isn't the only reason our academy athletes are in such good shape. From what I hear, Mr. Brady's soccer practices kick some major butt too. And considering the team's success over the past few years, Sam and Teddy have certainly thrived in that environment. Speaking of Sam and Teddy, they know how to celebrate in a good way. When in Rome, do a handstand. Ask these guys about their handstands. They're pretty proud of them. But I don't mean pride in a boastful or arrogant way, but pride in the sense that they can recognize their own accomplishment. It's important to feel the sense of a job well done, and there are some who I really think I should mention here. Ariana Teagarden and the other lifers. Wow, 13 years at the academy. What an accomplishment. I mean, I've been here for 4, and I'm going across the Mississippi to get away. Greg Whalen and Johannes Olsen, Eagle Scouts. Susan Hoffman, current valedictorian and future veterinarian. Now those are some things to be proud of. Personally, I'm proud of my faith. Do you know how hard it is to get into the Air Force Academy? Out of the entire nation, only 1,200 are admitted. And out of that 1,200, only 30% are female. Now I'm not very good with numbers, but that's 0.00026% of graduating seniors. And speaking of faith, that brings me to praise. As important as it is to recognize our accomplishments within ourselves, even more so, it is critical that we recognize what is greater than the individual. Haley Wisely is greater than the individual. Haley Wisely knows well what is greater than the individual. Her faith in God and her dedication to helping others find that same connection is truly inspiring. She possesses a maturity beyond her years, and her praise of God is evident in that she lives her faith. And when speaking about her religion, her words are a genuine welcome, full of grace and tact. Praise is the final piece of the puzzle. You can be passionate about something, have the persistence to get to do it, practice it every day, and be prideful about it. But without praise, it's incomplete. So that makes 5 points in total. Passion, persistence, practice, pride, and praise. 5 points which I believe are crucial for living a fulfilling life. And the key thing to notice here is that these concepts are not impossible challenges to master, nor are they craftily hidden secrets one would struggle to find. No, in simply looking back at the past 4 years through the broadest of lenses, I was able to easily identify examples of those traits in each and every one of my classmates. So, class of 2017, my parting words to you are to keep growing these traits you possess. Embrace your passions. Persist in creating opportunities. Practice what you love. Allow yourself a little pride in a job well done. And finally, give praise for all the blessings which come your way. Friends, real life is waiting for us out there, and we have all the tools we need to live it, so live it well. Thank you.